Anybody have any idea about what is SAP? I don't want to ask about the full forms and all. Okay, it is not at all required for the full forms. Okay, so any idea about what we can do using SAP application? Any idea about anyone? Okay, no problem. I'll explain. So SAP, we have lot of modules. Apart from the HR module, we have a FICO, MM, okay, and then lot of modules we are having. One of the module is a HR module. So as of everyone know, HR person going to be recruit and recruit the employees and maintain the employee details and onboarding, and also when employee left the company, okay, all the formalities is going to be performed as a normal HR, okay. But coming to the SAP HR module, what we are going to be performing to the companies, okay, in real time, what we are going to be performing in real time. So we are going to be perform whatever HR is doing, same thing we are going to be implement into the SAP system, okay. So same thing, like whenever employee joined any company, okay, suppose I'm going to join into so-and-so company for today. Okay, so before joining, some screening level of interviews are going to be performed. Okay, so everything is cleared, that interviews and HR round is also done, and they release the offer letter, and I supposed to join into that company. So once I joined into the company for the today is my first day, so my details are going to be saved into that system, SAP system. Okay, so why do we save? Why do we use this SAP application to employee data? Okay, so suppose I joined today. Unfortunately, from after second day onwards, I have taken some leaves. Okay, due to ill, I supposed to take 2 days leave or 1 week leave. Okay, so whenever employee joined, suppose today is the 18th of October. Okay, I joined 18th of October and I have taken 3 days leave. Okay. So October month, how many days? October month is it 30 days? 30 days or 31 days? I forgot. Yeah, 31 days. October month, we are having 31 days. Okay. Complete working days. But I joined 18 days. Okay. Minus 3. So 18 minus 3, that means only 15 days. I'm active into the system. So if I joined 18th and I have taken the 3 days of leave, and how many days we are going to be calculate the salary for the employee? How many days if employee is active, those many days we are going to be calculate the salary. And we are paying to the salary. Suppose another one more employee joined on October 1st. He never take any leave. Okay. So November 30th or November 1st, employee receive the salary of complete month. Okay. So this employee, suppose ex-employee joined into the October 1st and getting the salary on the November 1st complete month. Okay. One more employee joined on October 18th. Suppose make it as a Y, and don't make it as a more complicated. I don't want to remove, I'm going to remove those 3 days as well. Okay. Just employee joined on 18th onwards. Okay. We supposed to pay only 18 days of salary, not full month. Okay. So all these kind of work we are going to be implement, we are going to be doing into the real time. So you may ask, we are going to be calculated, okay, the salaries, and like a chartered accounts or like a finance people, like account people are going to be calculated the salary, how much is employee receiving the salary, what is his tax, okay, and how much of PF is going to be calculated. All this kind of calculation we are going to be perform manually as a SAP HR. No, we are never perform such kind of things. System automatically perform. Okay. You may ask, system automatically perform, why do we do this? System never directly perform automatically. We have to implement into the system. Then system automatically perform. So whenever employee join, based on that date, we supposed to pay the salary complete month, or how many days employees are active. Those many days we supposed to pay the salary. All these rules we supposed to implement into the system, then system by default is going to be calculated. I'm directly jumping to this real time, guys. Okay, because everyone know what, if you search in the Google or if you find out anything, what is SAP, why we learned, all this stuff you will get. But reality, what type of work we are going to be perform. So that level I'm explaining. So as a HR, however, normal HR, apart from SAP, normal HR just onboarding and doing all such kind of activities. But as a SAP HR, we are going to be generated as a payslips. So the main importance, main agenda of SAP is to generate a payslip. Okay. So in India, only IT employees are receiving the payslip. Okay. But other companies probably not getting any payslips. Okay. But in the foreign countries, if you are working anywhere, whether it is IT company or whether it is store or it is a petrol bunk or any kind of job, if you are working, so obviously at the whenever you receive the salary, automatically will get the payslip as well. Okay, so we need to design this kind of payslip. Designing is not at all web designing or something. So whenever we are performing the HR module, automatically payslip is also generated. Okay, so payslip contains what is employee details. Okay, and employee name. Whenever you joined any company, employee ID is generated. That ID, okay, and your address and your mail ID and which month they are paying. Okay, October month salary, and what is your PF and how much of tax is going to be calculated. If you has taken any loans, company is providing also some loans. Okay, if you has taken any loan, how much of loan amount is going to be deducted. So all such kind of information able to display on the payslip. Apart from that, company logo also that's going to be display on the payslip. Okay, so company logo also going to be displayed, and name of the company, okay, logo, and if company have long many branches, that branch name, address, company address, okay, and your HR signature, everything will be displayed on the payslip. Okay, if I want to display all this information, first I have to implement somewhere. So that somewhere application is nothing but a SAP. Okay, so in our market, apart from SAP, we have lot of application, lot of domains we are having, like Workday, okay, and Salesforce, not Salesforce, PeopleSoft, Oracle, Oracle HCM we have. Okay, so these many say these many applications we are having. All these applications provided so payslip and to run the payroll as well. But why do we learn only SAP? Why this much demand in the market for SAP? So whether it is Workday or PeopleSoft or Oracle HCM, these domains have some limitation to run the payroll. Okay, to generate this payslip. So I'm using the new word as a payroll. Okay, what it means. If you want, if employee receive the payslip, we need to run the payroll. So all this employee information I'm going to save somewhere. I'm going to run that program. Then automatically these payslips are going to be generated. As of now, understand this much only. Okay, later on session, you are understanding what is payroll, why do we use, and why do we run the payroll for all the employees. Later on sessions, you will be able to understand. Okay, but at this time, payroll means all this employee information we are saving somewhere and we run this program, and then payslips are going to be generated. Okay, so apart from the SAP, Workday or PeopleSoft or Oracle HCM or other domains are not sophisticated to implement the payroll to run the payslips. So that's what still in the market SAP is leading, because payroll is one of the Payroll is important module. With this payroll only, we are going to be generate the payslip. Without payroll, we cannot generate the payslip. Okay. Coming to the Oracle or Workday or PeopleSoft, those modules are not that much marked to run the payroll. They are having lot of issues to face. So that's what companies, our employees, our clients are going to that SAP module only. Okay. So finally, using SAP, what kind of work we are going to be perform? We implement complete employee information, and at the end we are running the payroll. Once run the payroll, the payslip is going to be generated. So this kind of work we are going to be work into real time. Is it clear up to this point? Any doubts or questions?
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Okay. Okay. So another point, any programming language. You can take as any programming language, C, C++, okay, and then Java, Oracle, and then Python, okay, Salesforce, a lot of many tools like Tableau, Power BI, all these languages. All these domains are languages going to implement applications, okay, or apps. But if you learn the SAP, you are going to implement business kind of application. These are not a business kind of application. This is also one kind of business, but those are not related. And we are using SAP, we are going to be implement purely for a business kind of application. Okay. So business kind means don't bother about that. Okay. What type of business and all, that knowledge is not at all required. Okay. So using any other language, if you learn and if you go into the real time, it's completely different. Whatever you are learning, the programs or something, that is only for helpful to get the job, and real time you are going to be implement completely different. But in SAP, whatever you are going to be learn into the scores, same you are going to be implementing to the real time. Up to 70% is the common whenever you are going to implement. Suppose you got job some company and you are going to be, you are aligned to one project, and that project you are going to be implement whatever you are learned into the course, same you are going to be implement. Okay. Whatever you are implementing in your demo system, same you are going to be working into the real time. That is the beauty of SAP HR module. I don't know other modules, but HR module, 70% is the same as it is you are going to be implementing to real time as well. Why do 30% is less? Because you don't know once you are joined into the company, which country payroll you are going to be work. Okay. So country wise legislation is different. So that's what 30% I didn't mention. Okay. And coming to that, SAP, we are having some sub-modules. This HR module having some other sub-modules. Okay. So what are those modules means? OM, PA, time management, and payroll. There are 4 modules we are having. Okay. So this is HR1 module. This module containing 4 sub-modules. Each module, I just give the overview of it. Okay. Just a moment. So suppose take one company. Suppose I'm taking one company as a Swiss cave coffee machine vendors. They are okay. They're having a business and they approach to TCS company. Okay. TCS is getting this business. Okay. So this is, we can call it as a client or customer. Okay. This customer approach to TCS, their business application implement using SAP. So TCS is takeover and going to be implement. So before going to be implement, we have what are all the modules? OM, PA, time, and payroll. PY, payroll module. So in what it means of OM module, whenever we are implementing any project, we need to know what is the company name and how many location they are operating their business and what is the employee strength. Okay, what are all the departments they are having? Suppose if you take implementation department, okay, implementation is the one department. Under the implementation department, how many sub departments or how many members are going to be work? All this completely client information we are going to be implemented into the OM module. So the OM module means to maintain client or customer details. Details in the sense like name of the company, okay, locations, count of the employees, okay, and how many departments, under the department, how many positions we are having, how many jobs they are working, what are all the tasks, work centers, all this terminology later you can understand, but all this kind of information we are maintaining into the OM module. Complete client information. Okay. Their business information we are maintaining. Okay. So where it is working, how many employees, how many locations you are operating, okay, how many departments you have, and how many positions you are having, how many jobs, how many work centers you are having. All this information we are implementing into the OM module. Now coming to the PA module. Okay, PA module purpose, employee information, personal administrator, PA. Okay, full form is the personal administrator. OM full form is the organization management. Okay, so the name itself is telling that organization management, the client organization information we are going to be managing in this module. Okay, PA means personal administrator module, and employee personal details we are going to be implement here, like employee name, address, okay, and the mail ID, if any, if you have Aadhaar number, PAN number, okay, that information we supposed to maintain because in the payslip it's showing your PAN card details as well. Okay, so the PAN card details, other details, okay, and your date of birth, okay, and your family details. Because when you join any IT company, they offer insurance as well. Okay, so who is going to be from your family, who is going to be opt for that insurance? So we require the family details as well. Okay, so family details, all complete employee information we are going to be implementing into the payroll module. Sorry, PA module. Okay, personal administrator module. Okay, so complete employee details we are going to implement. So that is what PA module. Now coming to the TM module. TM is nothing but time management. Okay, so this is most important. All modules are most important except OM module. It is an optional. Why it is optional? Later classes you can understand. Okay, time management. So this module we are going to be implement. First of all, what is his work pattern? Okay, if it is an IT company, employee is supposed to work 5 days a week. Okay, if it is a manufacturer company or any other company, they are having 6 days in work pattern. Okay, so we need to identify what is his employee work pattern, 5 days a week or 6 days a week, and what is his login timing. Okay, we have different types of shifts. We have general shift, afternoon shift, night shift. Okay, all this information also we need to make them. And after that shift, what is his break timing? Okay, when he's going to take lunch break, okay, and dinner break, if it is a afternoon shift, lunch break and dinner break we supposed to give. Night shift, dinner break and one coffee break we supposed to provide. All this information, customer or client we provided, we are going to be implement. Okay, and any leaves, holidays, okay, public holidays, any public holidays they are having. On that public holiday, employee never going to be work. What are all the public holidays? And also, how many leaves we are providing, client providing per year, how many leaves they are providing, and what type of leaves they are having, CLs, okay, sick leaves. So, and then planned leaves. As per the company, as per the client, they are having certain leaves. Okay. So whenever employee going for sick leave, we don't want to deduct the salary on that day because employee having encashing of that leave. Okay. Suppose employee does not have any leave balances, even though employee has taken leave, that call we can call it as a loss of pay. So we can treat it as a deduct that particular day, or how many days employee has taken the leave, those days going to be deducted. Okay. So all this information, time related information, we are going to be implemented into the time management module. Now, most important module, payroll module, PY. Okay. So this module, we are maintaining employee salary details. Okay. Any allowances if employee have getting, so that allowances we are going to be maintained. Okay. Any bonus. Okay. And lots of payment kind of information we are going to be implementing into the payroll module. Okay. Once this payroll module is implemented, then only we are going to be run the payroll driver. Okay. Once if you run the payroll driver, then payroll driver generate the pay slips. Okay. Generate the pay slips. If you want to run the payroll, okay, payroll driver, we required PA module information and time management, and then the payroll amount information, all is required to run the payroll driver. Okay, so this payroll driver generated, then payslip we can able to see that. Okay, so these are 4 sub-modules we are having. OM is not required, it is an optional module. Okay, so but these 3 modules, without implementing these 3 modules, we are unable to run the payroll. If you are unable to run the payroll, there is no payslip is generated. Okay, so that's what most important module is, the payroll module. Here we are going to be calculated once salary, allowances, bonus, deductions, everything maintained. Then we are going to be write some rules. Okay, so all those rules and regulations we are going to be implement. Then payroll driver is going to be generated. In the market, okay, payroll is the demanding module. Without payroll module also, you can put your resume and you will get the job. Okay. But you don't have much demand in the market. If you are payroll guy, then you will get a lot of calls when you put a resume in the profile, anywhere. Okay. So automatically you will get a lot of calls and you will have a lot of demand in the market. Okay. And you will get foreign opportunities and you can travel anywhere. Okay. So such kind of importance will be there for the payroll module, because without payroll, we cannot generate the time management. We cannot generate the payslip. Without time management also we can run. Without PA also we can run. That is different way. So a client having a different source, they will get the information and finally we are going to be run. That way also we can run. But running the payroll means we have only one option, that is a SAP payroll. Right now, present, my client, I have another client going to be started. Yesterday, we are done with the discussions with the client, and they are saying that time management are not required to implement because they have other software. They are getting the data from the other software, and we are running the payroll here. So likewise, also we are having. But payroll, there is no other option to get other software, other domains to get information and to generate to payslip. So that's what payroll has in most demanding into the market. Okay. And once if you learn the payroll, we can call it as a functional consultant. The designation. Okay. Functional consultant. If you join as a fresher, they call it as a functional consultant. If you get as a senior experience, like 4 years or 3 years of experience, you will get as a senior functional consultant. They call it as a senior functional consultant. And Based on you're getting a lot of experience, lead consultant, okay, and a senior most consultant. So based on you're getting the designation for the SAP HR. Hope you understand. Any questions or doubts? You want to ask anything? First of all, are you able to understand my teaching? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, Vijay.
Yeah. So I was also inquiring about HCM.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I was inquiring, I also got suggestions like learning HCM is all fine, but in the coming years, perhaps success factor will also be important, is what I have been hearing. So
Mm-hmm.
perhaps you are in a best position to perhaps give a little
Yeah, sure.
information. Yeah.
Definitely. Good question. Yeah, everyone is telling that after 2030, there is no SAP, only success factor or cloud applications. Yeah, using success factor, I'll show you simple example. Just now we discussed PA module, time management and payroll module. Success factor, we are implementing PA and time management. Okay, we cannot run the payroll using success factor. Again, EC, we are call it as a EC system. Okay. SuccessFactor is a cloud application, and into that cloud application, we are maintaining or implementing PA and time management and OM application only. Okay. But payroll, if you want to run the payroll and generate the payslip, obviously, again, we supposed to use the SAP payroll only. SuccessFactor, we are unable to run the payroll. If you are unable to run the payroll, there is no way to generate the payslip. I'll show you one example. SuccessFactor I cannot able to show. Just I'll show you what it is. How do we generate the payslip and all? Just have a little bit doubt. So if you are using SuccessFactor also, you want to run the payroll, then obviously this is EC system, and we have to come to EC system and run the payroll. Okay. So that's why obviously we are having SAP payroll module. So this is what we can call it as a payroll driver. Whenever we are running this payroll driver, it will take some time and to generate the payslip. Okay, using in SuccessFactor, we are unable to run the payroll into the SuccessFactor. Again, we get back to the EC system and to run the payroll again. So whatever information you are maintaining into the SuccessFactor, again, we are loading into the SAP system and we can run the payroll. Once this payroll is successful, okay, there is no error. And this is the form. This is the form look like. This is called as a payslip. This is generic payslip. As per the company, we are implementing logo and all. That is not about us. That is another person going to be, ABAP going to be give that payslip content, and we are going to be add that payslip and we are getting graphical one. But this is the standard one. See, this is the employee number. This is employee number. And this is the employee assistant. This is the US country payroll employee. And what is the status of detail? And this is the period, which period we run the payroll. I have run the January month information, and what are all the earnings of this employee. Okay. And what is his basic pay? Okay. And all this information and net is generated. So if you want to run this kind of generate the kind of payslip, obviously this EC system is going to be run the payroll. And in the cloud application, only implement a SuccessFactor is nothing but a cloud application. Cloud application, we are implementing only PA and time only.